Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. Running a few minutes late. Yesterday was a day. Somehow at the end of the day, I ended up with 3 Zooms right in a row, and some of them were not an hour. So it was a long evening. But here we are. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. We'll give it a minute for people to start popping in. Oh, there's 2 people right there. Ruth Ann, good morning. Glad you're here. You're the first one popping on today. And then someone's coming in right behind you, but their name isn't rolling. So glad you're here. Glad you're here. Interesting stuff today. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome, welcome. I was thinking as I woke up this morning to the alarm, which never happens. Good morning, Janine. That, gotta move my water closer here, that we needed something uplifting. We need something positive. We need some gas in our joyful gas tank. So I think this card is going to assist with that. And much of the work from yesterday was hard work, needed work. Good morning, Cindy. Glad you're here. Welcome to anybody who snuck past me here. And boy, the hair is doing its thing today. You know, good morning, Janelle. Welcome. Glad you're here. Do you remember the old Carol Burnett skit with Eunice? I always feel like my hair looks like Eunice. So, but that can be something pleasant and fun too, right? How the hell do I know, Ed? Yes, it's filming day. It is. So, and I haven't even looked. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. I haven't even looked to see. I know Morgan was working yesterday on getting Jonelle and my first conversation, one chunk of it, loaded on my various platforms. So hopefully it's there. We'll see. But today, and I think we ended up with maybe 3 out of that particular round of filming. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. And today we're going to do another round, and I believe we may get multiples out of that also. Good morning, Beth. Welcome. Because it will be one upcoming time when I may not be available. We'll see. I'm doing my last Tony Robbins thing, Date with Destiny, and that's multiple days. Usually they don't start until later though, so I think I can probably still sneak in our early morning intuitive guidance. Be that as it may, I felt the pull for something positive today. And always, when I think of positive cards that lend themselves to fostering connection across people, fostering connection between humans and nature, my go-to is the Nature Portals deck. And that actually was the one that tested. Good morning, Megan. Glad you are here. Welcome. And welcome to, I see we have 9 people on right at the moment. Welcome to all of you who snuck past me as I was talking. So, inspiration through the peace and beauty of nature. Anybody looking to be inspired today? Cool. Also today, at the end of the day, there is, well, my end of day, 4 to 7 p.m., I'm going to be going to an event sponsored by the city of Appleton that is redoing their comprehensive plan. Where are we going from here? Good morning, Gwen. That discernment piece that I'm so fond of talking about. And so I'm going to go participate in that. And then my friend Candy and I are going to go have some dinner. That'll be late for me. I'm a 4 o'clock let's have dinner person, but this will be like 7 or so, but whatever. Anyway, this card, this is the one that presented itself to me. Isn't it beautiful? I just love that. And I don't know where that one is. Could be Lake Superior, perhaps. Most of the cards, the images are from Michigan, Wisconsin, etc. So I'm not sure where this one is from, but the card is, accept things as they are right now. Accept things as they are right now. And if you bristled and you said, I'm not accepting where things are at right now, let's take a breath. Accepting things where they are right now is not the same as saying, I'm okay with all of what's going on. It's merely acknowledging this is where I'm starting, and now where do I want to go? All right, accept things as they are right now. Let's do a little breathing and tapping, just a little bit, okay? Right here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Love that first breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And did I say hi to you, Gwen? If not, hello, Gwen. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Yes, we all need this reminder. We all need this reminder. And some of you can see, whoops, wrong side, in the background, my clean water bag, because I like to present that too as one of the things that I'm passionate about, is taking good care of our water. If we don't have good, clean water, we don't have us. We don't have nothing, all right? But here's the accept things as they are right now. Sometimes the tide is in, sometimes it's out. Sometimes it's summer, sometimes it's winter. Sometimes things are one way, sometimes they are another. Nature is never static. Life is never static. The only constant is change, right? We've all heard that old saw. Now, if we could live into it, we'd be a whole lot happier. It is in a state of constant change. Nature's never-ending cycles remind you to accept whatever is happening right now. Don't wish or wait for something to be different. Come into the present moment. What is happening? Accept it. Yes, this is the perfect day today. Exactly as it is. We are the perfect humans today. Exactly as we are. Warts and all. Imperfections galore. This is it. This is it. And actually, interestingly, my daughter had sent something to me this morning, and when I clicked it, it opened up into a post from a friend of mine. She's actually the woman who bought my outpatient mental health practice many years ago, and she had posted some pictures and videos of her and a partner. It was I'm going to call it a tag team kind of event. I don't know what they call that, but in tennis it's doubles. It was a doubles kind of event, but 2 women per team doing an amazing array of physical things. Pushing weights, pulling weights, lifting things, blah, blah, blah. Challenging their physical beingness and their mental mindset to see what they could accomplish. And in what she wrote, she's a social worker, she was talking about her sense of her body and how she never, ever would have allowed anyone to see her other than her husband and 2 daughters in those kinds of workout clothes. But it was, the whole post was about body acceptance and body affirmation and appreciating what one's body can do. Don't wait until you can't do something anymore to appreciate that you could. What can you do right now? I can sit upright in this chair. I can speak to you. I can make eye contact with a camera. Imagine I'm making eye contact with all of you. But appreciating those things. We so don't pay attention. I tend to pay attention more so because I notice my cohort, the women in my age group, and how many are struggling with physical ailments, knees that don't work, hips that don't work, cancer, all manner of things. And to have gratitude for my body and what it can do for me and how it has taken care of me over these years, even when I've mistreated it. Yes, I'm not sure why we went off on that riff, but we went off on that riff. There's something in there for somebody. Okay, so back we go. Come into the present moment. Let's take a breath. Let it go. One of the best ways to come into the present moment is through the breath. What is happening right here, right now? Accept it. And here's a quote by Marie Silkind. Today I know that I cannot control the ocean tides. I can only go with the flow. If I flail and thrash and growl and grumble, I go under. But if I let go and float, I am borne aloft. How lovely is that? Hello, Deb. You popped in just at a beautiful time here. So let me read the quote again. Marie Silkind. Today I know that I cannot control the ocean tides. I can only go with the flow. If I flail and thrash and growl and grumble, I go under. But if I let go and float, I am borne aloft. So, what are you struggling with right now? What is giving you pause? What's making it difficult? Thank you, Barb. I do too. Let's take another look at it. So I want you to imagine that thing. Whatever it is, it might be someone, it might be the current political circumstance, it might be your job, it might be all manner of things. Something that is a burr under your saddle. And I want you to take a look at it. Give it some form. It might take the form of a person. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome. It might take the form of a person. It might be you see a brick wall. It might be you see a bucket of slop. It might be you see the open sky. However you envision this thing, that's the burr under your saddle. You might see a burr under a saddle, whatever. See it. See it with your imaginative eyes. See it with your creative eyes. Now I want you to imagine this is the grist for my mill. This is something that God, the universe, however you look at it, has sent me to learn something from. So I want you to see it there, wherever. I choose to see my things outside because then I can move around them easier. But whatever this is, let's say it's a black ball of yuck and it represents conflict at work. See it there, sitting there, the black ball of yuck. Take a breath. Whatever yours is, it might be the person who represents this, whatever this difficulty is in your life. It's stationary. Whatever it is, it's stationary. And I want you to just walk around it in an appraising manner. You're just walking around this thing, looking at it from all sides. What do you notice from all those different perspectives as you move around this thing, right? So I'm just going to make something up again. Let's say it's that black ball of yuck. As I move around it, maybe on the back side of it, I see that there's a fissure in it, a crack. And maybe there's light coming out of that. Maybe I want to explore that. What are you trying to tell me? What do I need to know from you, black ball of yuck? Listen, ponder, move around it. Experience it. Experience it in multiple ways. Maybe I want to smell it. And the first thing that pops into my head is it smells that acrid isn't quite the right word, but that smell of when they're tarring a roof. That's what this black ball of yuck smells like to me. Okay? And for me, I'm just going to tell you what mine is. That black ball of yuck represents patriarchy. Represents hierarchical structures that are not working. Good morning, CJ, as I saw you go past. Black ball of yuck. Yes. Heartbreaking. Be present. Be present with that heartbreak, Cindy. Just breathe into it. That black ball of yuck. Don't try to push it away. Good morning, Audrey. Glad you're here. Don't try to bury it. Don't try to ignore it, smash it, run away from it. Just be with it. So I'm getting the hit that I want to sit on the ground beside my black ball of yuck. I'm going to be present with it. There's a little kid's book. They changed the name of it at one point, but the gist of it was there's a lot, the pale green pants with no one inside them. And there's this boy who's scared to death of these pale green pants with no one inside them. And these pants chase him and all this stuff. And eventually the pants sit down and start crying. And he goes over and sits down beside them. And really all the pants wanted was to befriend him, but he was afraid of them because they were different and weird and whatever, right? So what a theme for us adults right now. Befriend that shadow part of yourself. Befriend that thing that's creating the most difficulty in your life. Learn from it. It is one of your teachers. It has shown up now for a purpose. Maybe it's been hanging out for a long time. Maybe you've had your black ball of yuck for 25, 35, 55 years. Who knows? Sit down beside it. I want to get to know you. I don't feel good when I'm around you. I want to understand why. Good morning, Angie. Glad you are here. Just be present with it. You're accepting it as it is right now. But you can ask it questions. What would it take for you to change? What would it take for me to not feel yucky sitting beside you? Be curious. Delve deeper. Acknowledge. Be present with. Go with this flow. Take a breath. So I want you to repeat after me. Let's do a little tapping. Even though I have this black ball of yuck, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I've avoided this black ball of yuck for a long time, I'm willing to sit down with it now. Even though this black ball of yuck has been a bane of my existence, here I am with it. Inside corner of the eyebrows, black ball of yuck. Outside corner of the eyes, things I don't want to deal with. Under the eyes, the bane of my existence. Under the nose, I've tried to outrun it. Under the mouth, I've tried to ignore it. Collarbone, I've tried to shame it into going away. Under the arms, I've tried to pretend it isn't mine. Around the crown of the head, I've tried to unload it on others. Inside corner of the eyebrows, I've tried all kinds of things. Side of the eyes, now I'm going to sit with it. My black ball of yuck. Under the nose, my teacher. Under the mouth, waiting to show me the way. Collarbone, I can do this. Under the arms, I can face my black ball of yuck. Around the crown of the head, and so it is. Nice deep breath. Let it go. And I'll tell you, this is the beginning of the work, not the end of it, the beginning of it. You can do as many rounds of tapping as you want. And the biggest thing that my clients tell me about this as I walk them through their particular process with their particular black ball of yuck is, I don't know how to do this. You say these great words. I don't know what to say. It's less important what you say and more important that you show up for you and that you show up to do this work. You might do round after round after round of tapping with no words. That's okay. That is okay. Have faith and trust that whatever needs to be being addressed is addressed. Sometimes as I'm tapping and I can't come up with the words, I'll just pause for a minute and just breathe and pay attention to what's the first thing that pops into my head. It could be, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It could be, I really don't want to look at this. It could be all manner of things. Tap on that then. Tap on that. Do some rounds. Because I am so highly distractible, I like to write down the thoughts as they're coming. I may not capture all of them on the page, but I'll do a fair amount so that when I derail, notice I didn't say if, when I derail, and if I find myself staring out the window and go, okay, I was tapping. Where was I? I can look at the paper and I can start with where I was. Good morning, Robin. Glad you are here. Welcome. So, why do this? Why start from the place of accepting where things are right now? As was said so eloquently last night in the last of the meetings that I was in, we need to know where we're starting and where we want to get to in order to begin that journey. We can wander. We certainly can wander. We may not have a clear picture of where all we're going. We may have a general idea, right? But we need to know where we're at in order to calibrate. How long is this going to take us? Where are we going? What direction do we want to head? It might be I'm heading into the sun. Who knows? But we need to know where we're starting. And if we don't like aspects of where we're starting, honor that, acknowledge that. Okay, this is where I'm at right here, right now. It can be about anything. This is my current weight. This is how I'm eating. I'm not sleeping well. I'm so pissed off about the election stuff. I'm having a stroke over Thanksgiving coming up, and here comes Uncle Albert. Whatever it is. And by the way, we are going to talk about Uncle Albert today in Jonil and I doing our videos. So we want to get that posted before Thanksgiving, so everybody has a chance to kind of get a sense of, what do I do with Uncle Albert, right? So, but acknowledging, here is where I'm starting. I'm not happy where I'm at. I don't want to stay here, but here is where I'm starting. That's the acceptance of what is. Then we move from there. That opens the door to, and where do I want to be? And what might need to happen so I can get there. We don't always have the whole path, right? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., take the next step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the next step in faith. Your step today might be, I am ready, willing, and able to start dealing with my black ball of yuck. That might be your beginning. Cool. Honor that, own that. You might do a few more rounds of tapping. You might watch the video again. You might do a whole bunch of things. You might draw a picture of your black ball of yuck and just keep it present and have conversations with it. I know that sounds goofy. I don't care. It works. It works. So, also, if you think this is too big a black ball of yuck, I can't and don't want to deal with this on my own, I'm here for you. If you want to do some coaching, right now I've got my Black Friday coaching specials going. Just look on my page here. You'll see a big black sunburst that says Black Friday. Check out the details. Let's do some work. It's time. It's time. We don't need to be carrying around this stuff. We need to be freeing ourselves up. We need to be up-leveling our thought process, our feelings. We need to be letting go of fear. We need to be stepping boldly into where we're being guided to go. We have a whole lot more capacity than we think we do. And it's time to test that capacity to see what we're really, truly capable of. We can all be very proud of ourselves that we've brought ourselves to this point, and now there's more. So, accept things as they are right now, and then take your next step in faith. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.